do the reading with you guys today. I just figured it'd be a little easier if I kind of do it with you guys like this instead of me having to read it all day or throughout the period with you guys. So the book we're going to read is The Complete Persepolis, okay? It kind of debates social issues in the world and things like that, or mostly in Iran and Iraq. So we're going to kind of read through it. I'm going to kind of tell you guys what you need to focus on and things like that. All right, so the short story we're going to be reading is The Letter. All right, the letter is, I've never read as much as I did during that period. My favorite author was the Ashraf Darvishan, a kind of local Charles Dickens. I went to his clandestine book signing with my mother. Fermi friend Kordosh. Why does he speak like that? It's just his Kurdish accent. He told sad but true stories. Riza became a porter at the age of 10. Leila wove carpets at age 5. Hassan, 3 years old, cleaned car windows. Get down from there, stupid. I finally understood why I felt ashamed to sit in my father's Cadillac. The reason for my shame and for my revolution is the same, the difference between social classes. But now that I think of it, we have made it home. Okay, so this young girl is starting to realize, some of the issues that her family is having. Now, it may not be an issue between or a dispute between the family, but her family seems to kind of be on the rich side, so she's having a hard time kind of adjusting, saying things like, well, my family has a maid at home, so does that make me better than these people and things like that? And this young girl's finally coming into her thoughts thinking, okay, maybe I'm starting to realize what's going on. This is Mary. Mary will be her maid, okay? She was 8 years old when she had to leave her parents' home to come to work for us, just like Reza and Leah and Hassan. We too have many children, 14 or 15 including her. She will eat well at your house. The mother responds, we will take care of her. She was just 10 years old when I was born. She took care of me. She played with me, and she always finished my food. She also told me stories about jackals that scared me. And it became closer and it came closer. In other words, we got along well. At the beginning of the revolution in 1978, she fell in love with the neighbor's son. She was 16 years old. Can you help me lace my shoes? Every night they locked eyes, or they looked at each other from the window of my room, until the day he slipped her a letter. Like most peasants, she didn't know how to read and write. Can you read me my letter? What will you give me in exchange? My mother had tried to teach her, but apparently she was not very talented. So let's repeat. M as in carrot. So I wrote the letters for her, one each week for 6 months. My dear Hassan, I miss you a lot. It has been 3 days since I saw you at the window. I often talk about you to my sister. Which sister? You. I was very devoted. Mary had a real sister, 1 year younger, who worked at my uncle's house. You know I have a fiancé? Oh really, who? It's him in front of the TV, isn't he handsome? Not bad. After a few visits, she fell in love with him too. Her jealousy was more than she could bear, and she told Mary's story to my uncle, who told it to my grandma, who told it to my mom. That is how the story reached my father, who decided to clarify the situation. Who's there? I am your neighbor. I would like to have a few words with you. Your son. Okay, I'll get straight to the point. I know that Mary pretends she is my daughter. In reality, she is my maid. Really? Do you want to continue seeing her? Without any hesitation, Hassan gave all the letters he had received to my father. But this is Marjorie's handwriting. Tell me, what are these letters? Why don't you tell us anything? You must understand that their love was impossible. Why is that? Because in this country, you must stay within your own social class. Now, in Iran and Iraq, obviously, there is some issues there that are deeper than what we can talk about right now. But we're going to talk about the social issues and things like that. Okay, so what I want you guys to do is I want you to type an email to me and I want you to answer this question. In today's society, how do we still see social classes? Okay, so how do we still see these social classes being talked about and things like that? Is it a very big factor in the way things are going right now in our world, or is it a small factor that not many people have to think about and things like that? Okay, as we're going to kind of carry on, you're going to see the social issues kind of continue. And then the last question I want you to ask is, do you believe in social classes yourself? Now, if you don't know what a social class is, you obviously have the rich, you have the poor, and things like that, so you just tell me. All right, if you believe in that or if that should still be a thing. All right. But is it her fault that she was born where she was born? Dad, are you for or against social classes? When I went back to her room, she was crying. We were not in the same social class, but at least we were in the same bed. Now we see this young girl go comfort Mary. Okay, she feels bad for how things went down, and she knows it's not right. So what they're going to do is they're going to take a stand. All right. When I finally understood the reasons for the revolution, I made my decision. Tomorrow we are going to go demonstrate. We are not allowed. Don't worry, we're going anyways. So the next day, take care. Mary, don't forget to cook her some chicken. Yes, madam. See you later. For once, she didn't insist on coming with us. There's the demonstration. We shouted from morning till night. It's late, we have to go home. Yes. Long live the Republic. Down at the sorrow. Good Lord. Where the devil were you? We had demonstrated on the very day we shouldn't have, the Black Friday. That day there were so many killed in one of the neighborhoods that a rumor spread that Israeli soldiers were responsible for the slaughter. But in fact, it was our own who had attacked us. All right. So, in short, okay, for Black Friday, if you do not know, it is kind of a very important, or it's more of a controversy. How do I say this? It's more of a big topic in Iran. Basically, what had happened is that it was a hope for compromise, that social classes, in a sense, would kind of go away, but in reality, they didn't. Okay, Iranian government declared martial law, and people, how do I say this? People kind of lost it and things like that, and there's a big aftermath, and it was led to kind of like a revolution almost. So they had kind of they had massacred thousands of innocent protesters and things like that. So I'll post a video, like a small little link to Black Friday, just so that way you guys have some background knowledge. And then I kind of want you to compare that to the social issues we're kind of going through today. So just go ahead and shoot me an email with those, or actually you can put it on the Google Docs if that's easier. You are going to have 3 questions attached to this. If you guys have any questions, I will be in the live class. And then if you guys want me to read it to you guys in the live class, I will do that as well. Okay, you guys have a great day. Talk to you guys later.